Commonwealth?
No preference, Your
Yeah,
Honor.
I don't have a problem in regards to having her appear by Zoom at that point. Just make sure that you kind of let the clerk's office know a couple of days beforehand so they can set that up.
Sure.
And she's still up in
Yes,
Tewksbury.
Tewksbury, yep.
So she'll have to coordinate with Tewksbury as well.
Yep.
So that'd be fine.
Great, thank you.
And then I guess the other discussion really is in regards to a trial date. I know the Commonwealth had called, had filed their motion. Parties, the request is in September. Is that going to give parties enough time? And I'm not sure I can do it in September, but just that general time frame, is that going to give
We're off a
both
little
parties
bit.
enough?
I'd ask for December, she wants September, so
All right.
I already have a matter scheduled in federal court in beginning of September. Summer's pretty well wiped out, so I'm concerned about preparing for other cases, plus this one here, so I would ask for December and January.
So Commonwealth, you're seeking a September date?
Yes, I was asking for a September date, but if defense counsel is on trial, obviously that won't work. I can do any date between September and December.
But I just kind of want to make sure, because is all three of you know, and I'm familiar with these type cases. I just want to make sure this gives us enough time, give mainly counsel enough time to get the information, to kind of line up who they need to have here for the trial, and to be prepared. So that's all the reason I was asking. I'm not doubting that, but I just kind of wanted my little checklist in my head that I've gone through it. So, Commonwealth, do you think that would give you enough time if that's the calendar?
Yes.
So either September or December. Mr. Reddington?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, in regards to September, these are more my problems in regards to it. I'm not scheduled to be in the county. I think that this courthouse works well for a case like this. We've done similar cases like this in the past. And so I've got to line up kind of some of the moving parts to have the case tried here. That I'll be here. I've got the appellate division like early October. So if we started in September, I worry that it might kind of bump into that, and that's a problem. So my thought, I looked at the schedule. December 1st, I think, is obviously it's the first day of in December. So if we went to that date, that would give us time to try this case. Commonwealth, how long do you think? And I know this is a tough case to estimate. But
I would say 2 to 3 weeks, including impanelment.
Mr. Rankin,
I'd agree with that. Probably
Okay.
2 weeks for impanelment and a week for trial. It's going to be difficult.
all right, but I mean, I think that window then would work well. So why don't we say at this point, December 1st for trial?
Fine.
And then maybe a week or so before that for a final trial conference.
Sure.
Could we potentially do a couple weeks, maybe 2 or 3 weeks prior, just because there might be some involved issues that Your Honor might need time with?
I think that's a very good idea. All right. Plus, I think we've got Thanksgiving's probably in there too,
Yes.
and that's I don't want to tie up the parties. So, yeah, maybe 2 weeks or so.
Yep. How about November 17, 18, 19, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Any
Counsel.
day that week is fine.
I'm going to say the 17th.
Okay.
All right. And for now, just to confuse everybody, I'm going to be in Dedham in a civil session. And why don't, for right now, assume that that's where we can do that. And if counsel wants to have the defendant by Zoom, we could do that. I know Dedham's a difficult courthouse.
Right.
So why don't we do that? And if we change that, I'm able to shift it down here. I'd rather do it down here, but if there's a problem comes up, I don't want to delay anything. So I know we could do it in Dedham on the 17th. But we'll double check. So for now, it's in Dedham. Okay.
Your Honor, for motions in limine, we'd obviously file them with the clerk's office here, but would you like us to email a copy as well since you won't be here?
Yeah.
Via the clerk?
Yeah, I think that'd be helpful. Then they can forward it to me, and then I'll have them. Yeah, the earlier I get them, the better. I think that would be helpful, especially even questions about impanelment, voir dire questions. Obviously there's got to be voir dires for certain witnesses, things like that. So the earlier we know, the better. So, all right. What else? What else do we need to address at this point?
I don't think there's
Colin?
anything else.
Is there anything?
Sure.
Counsel, can I see your sidebar just for a second?
So for the record, the defendant's notice to supplement his notice is due by January 24th, 2025. The Commonwealth's motion for access is due by January 24th, 2025. There will be a hearing on February 7th, 2025 at 2 p.m. in the third criminal session in Brockton on these motions. Trial is scheduled for December 1st, 2025 in the fourth criminal session in Plymouth. Final pre-trial conference is scheduled for November 17th, 2025 at 9 a.m. in the Norfolk Superior Court in the civil session. All motions in limine, an updated witness list, and a joint pretrial memorandum is due. May I proceed, Your Honor?
Yes, please.
Your Honor, so for the record, the defendant's notice to supplement his notice is due by January 24th, 2025. The Commonwealth's motion for access is due by January 24th, 2025. There will be a hearing on February 7th, 2025 at 2 p.m. in the third criminal session in Brockton on these motions. Trial is scheduled for December 1st, 2025 in the fourth criminal session in Plymouth. Final pre-trial conference is scheduled for November 17th, 2025 at 9 a.m. in the Norfolk Superior Court in the civil session. All motions in limine, an updated witness list, and a joint pretrial memorandum is due.